Thank you everyone for joining our session today. My name is Mira Almheiri and I'm from Dubai Airport Free Zone Authority. So in this presentation, I'll go over why Dubai is an attractive destination for foreign investors to have their base here in the city and more information about the advantage of being in the free zone. So first of all, I would like to highlight some of the facts and figures of UAE and why Dubai is, as I mentioned, an attractive destination for company to have their base here. So just a glance on some of the UAE facts and figures. So the UAE GDP in 2019 was around 421 billion US. And when it comes to UAE population, it's around 9.9 million. And most of the residents here in the UAE are under age of 30. And as the economic side of UAE, actually the country is considered as the top 30 global economy by size and the second largest economy in the MENA region. When it's come to the city and to Dubai itself, so Dubai is an economic hub and has a really attractive business ecosystem, a world-class infrastructure that able the foreign investors to have their business here to cater to, UAE, to cater to the GCC and the whole MENA region. So some facts and figures about Dubai economy. The trade represent the largest activity in the GDP of the city, and Dubai considered important regional hub for multinational companies across all sectors and industry. And the city ranked number one in world's leading business travel destination as well, and also in terms of number of FDI project and FDI capital in the MENA region. When it's come to the market size of the city, so the company actually can reach to 2.4 billion people within 5 hours flight from Dubai. And we do have around 140 airlines have based here in the city, connecting to more than 260 destinations all around the world. When it comes to the population, as I mentioned, UAE population 9.9 million, Dubai itself is 3 millions, and about 80% of Dubai population from different nationality. And the city considered as the gateway to economy across the Middle East, across Africa and South Asia as well. So when it's come to why investing in Dubai, so the city or the UAE in general as a country has really economic stability, clear long-term visions, good infrastructures, as I mentioned before, and the foreign investor enjoy really strong legal protections. When it's come to politicals, UAE, it has really open political policy, the third most peaceful country in the regions, and of course, UAE considered as a safe place to live and invest as well. When it's come to the annual events that are here in the city, the city itself hosts several type of events across all sectors, and it's really good opportunities for company to come and participate and visit these exhibitions, meet with buyers, meet with different suppliers or players in their sector. So we do have an exhibition related to food and beverage, which is Gulf Food, exhibition related to air show, which is Dubai Air Show, or GITEX, which is mainly related to technology and ICT. And of course, the major exhibition that's happening nowadays, it's Expo 2020, which is more than 190 countries participating and having their pavilion there in the expo. So it's a really good opportunity as well for companies to come and visit and meet up with business players in their related sectors. So coming to DAFZA and the Freezone concept in Dubai. So Dubai Airport Freezone Authority, located next to the busiest airport around the world, which is Dubai International Airport. The free zone established in 1996 as the second old free zone in the city and first free zone that are close to the airport. We do have around 18 offices buildings, around 300 warehouses units. So the warehouses units mainly for assembly, packaging, and repackaging. And when it's come to the advantage of being in the free zone and like being in the mainland, the company will have 100% ownership of their business in the free zone. And we are considered as a designated zone. So there is no charge or any tax when it's come to importing and exporting the goods and re-exporting the goods as well. So there are also other benefit or advantage. So there is no currency restrictions or employment restrictions in the free zone. And in general, in UAE, there is no corporate tax and there is no personal income tax. We do have around 2,000 companies from multinational company, from SMEs as well, based in DAFZA, with more than 19,000 investors employees. When it's come to our contribution to the Dubai economy, so last year in 2020, DAFZA contributed 10% to Dubai foreign trade, which exceeded 119 billion dirham. In 2020, we saw growth in the re-exports by 4.5%, and 76% of our trade represent machinery and equipment, which is valued at 51 billion dirham. When it's come DAFZA trading partner, so this is a country level, as you can see, over 27% of our trade come from China, which is valued around 32 billion dirham. 7% of our trade come from India, which is valued at 8 billion dirham, and over 5% come from Switzerland, which is valued at 6.4 billion dirham, and lastly, over 3% of trade come from United States, which is valued at 4 billion dirham. Of course, we have also other countries considered as DAFZA partners like Japan, Germany, and so on. When it's come to DAFZA's company that have base here in the free zone, as you can see, we are a multi-sector free zone. So we have companies in ICT, in investment, in logistic, and most of our companies, 28% of our companies from ICT and electronic, 10% in consumer product, 9% in investment and engineering and building materials sector, 8% in logistic and aerospace related services, 7% in food and beverage, and 5% in medical and pharmaceutical sector. And as I mentioned, we do have around 2,000 companies based in the free zone from multinational companies and SMEs. And most of these companies have their HQ for the whole MENA region in the free zone, or they have their distribution center or their sales and marketing center in the free zone. And DAFZA actually consider a one-stop shop. So all the government entity have already based here in the free zone, like Dubai Custom, Dubai Chamber, Dubai Police and Health Authority. And also we issue the visas for the clients' employees. We do have a business facility and business center and conferences room as well, and other services like telecommunication company, banking services, and retail area as well. So going to the business setup in DAFZA, so I'll explain that briefly. It's really easy. It's just 3 steps when it's come to your business setup journey. First, you have to choose your license. Then you choose the company type, and then of course you choose your space. When it's come to type of license, so DAFZA offers 6 type of license based on the activity of the company. It can be trading license for import and export, service license for service companies. It can be e-commerce and industrial license as well for companies who wants to have light manufacturing and packaging and re-assembly. We do have also general trading license, and more than one activity can be under this license. And lastly, dual license with Dubai Economic Department, that the company can have one operational office in the free zone, and they can obtain the free zone license, plus they can obtain the mainland license as well. And we are flexible on combining these licenses. So, for example, if the company requires to have trading and services license, this is possible, and we are flexible with that. The second steps is choosing type of companies. So the first type is a branch, which is a representative office of the mother company, for example, in India, and there is no capital share required. The free zone company is the second option, which is it can be individual or non-individual with minimum capital share is just $3. And the difference between these two types when it's come to the invoicing, so the invoicing in the branch should be from the mother company. However, for the free zone company, the invoicing can be here from Dubai. We also introduced a new type this year, which is a public limited company, PSC, and the company can list their share in the stock market, in the local stock market, like DFM and NASDAQ. The last steps is you choose your space. So we offer packages, and the packages include the license, registrations, daily housekeeping, ICT requirements, and so on, and parking as well. So the initial starter package is the smart office, which is dedicated desk in a co-working place, and it's best for companies who wants to test the market and who just enter, the MENA region, and they are looking for a buyer, suppliers, and they want to initiate their business plan here in the region. We do have other packages from 12 square meter up to 50 square meter. Of course, it depends on the company requirements, how many visas they require for their employees. And as I mentioned, all these packages come with the business license as well. Plus the offices, we also offer the warehouses unit, or we call it the light industrial unit. It's a we also offer multi-story warehouses with cold storage units in our DAFZA industrial park. And approximately the unit size is around 350 square meters. It's come with mezzanine floor and offices, and it's come with 20 visas as well. So I just want to highlight DAFZA expansions as well. We do have a warehouses dedicated, actually warehouses park, which is DAFZA Industrial Park. It's 5 kilometers away by car from DAFZA, and it has a 33 warehouses unit with 10 units dedicated for cold storage, which is suitable for a company in pharmaceutical and food and beverage, or even cosmetics sector. And each unit is around an average size 312 square meter, and it comes with 20 visas as well. We also have new buildings for offices. These are new buildings established last year, and we already starting the leasing for these new buildings, and 46% of the space are leased so far. All these units come with, as I mentioned, all the facilities and services and the same packages which I mentioned before. We also have Dubai Commerce City, which is the first free zone dedicated for e-commerce companies in the MENA region. It's actually located opposite DAFZA, and they have three clusters: business cluster, logistic cluster, and social cluster as well. The social cluster will be open also for public, and it will have cafes and restaurants in the social cluster. So this is the mock-up plan for Dubai Commerce City. They already started leasing the two buildings for the offices and the logistic area as well. Lastly, I would like to highlight some of the initiatives that we offer for our clients to support them in their business journey and in their business setup journey as well. So we do have TradeLink. TradeLink is mainly B2B e-market platform. The company can list their products, and they can look for suppliers not only in Dubai but in the whole MENA region. And it's, as I mentioned, B2B marketplace platform for the company. The second initiative we have is Scality, which is a one-stop solution for all startup, for all specifically tech startup across all sector. So it can be tech in pharma, tech in logistic, tech in agriculture. So all companies who are considered as a startup company can avail the offer for Scality, and Scality help them to get their bank accounts and also to help them to get listed in government tender as well. Lastly, I would like to highlight the Halal and Trade and Marketing Center, which is an initiative for companies who are in halal sector related industry. For example, in food and pharma, company in food and pharma and cosmetics, and in pharmaceutical as well. So this is a global business development center. It's located here in the Freezone, and they help the company to get across manufacturer, supplier, distributor within the region itself, and they advise the company on the best halal certificate to get for their product as well, to be able to import and export their product to Muslim majorities countries. So this is all from my side. Thank you so much for attending our session. Here are our contact details. Please feel free to drop an email or contact us directly if you have any inquiries regarding your business setup journey in Dubai. Thank you a lot.
When we decided to come here about 6 months ago, DAFZA was an obvious choice. Number one, because being a very small company with just one person, it was very easy for me to come and set up the company in 2 weeks and plug and play. Number two, the proximity to the airport makes it very easy for me to grab any of my potential customers who's flying by this region to come in for a meeting to DAFZA, and helps us to ensure that we can continue on our dream to make the world an exotic place.
Michelin is a global player in the tire industry. We are present in more than 130 countries, operating in more than 55 facilities. We are present in the passenger, in the truck business, in the airline business, in the port industry. Anything that is on a wheel actually is likely to run on a Michelin tire. A year ago, we decided to get closer to our customers and to really transform the way we go to market. It became very obvious to us that we had to look to a new facility that would provide us great amenities, proximity to the airports, and as such, DAFZA became a natural choice. We made the decision to move to DAFZA. 5 months after, we were getting all the team installed in this facility. They made it so much easy that at the end, we felt like home. We felt like friends, we felt like we had a long relationship with these people. They had the exact same values than us when we interact with our customers.